Can we start?
Yeah.
So the first question is, can you explain what are the differences between traditional yoga and modern yoga?
Okay, so what are the differences between the more traditional yoga and modern yoga? So that's a little bit relative question in that sense. It depends on where you look at it. But on the more traditional yoga is like a process for the self-realization and God realization. It's it's a spiritual practice. So that's how like a more traditional yoga works. But it's more like a spiritual practice, and it's moved from those who is coming down. It's like coming down from those who already realized. So it moves in a param. I cannot get what I don't have. So that like if I'm not self-realized, I cannot just invent some process to become self-realized. I have to hear from those who are already self-realized, and also like a certain and try to align with these spiritual truths. So that's how the like more traditional yoga is working. But then what we do today, we have people do yoga for different reasons, and that's okay in that sense that it's everyone comes to yoga from a different background, and anyway it's good way to come in to do the yoga, but at the end it's about like Srila Prabhupada says that human life is meant for self-realization. So at the end it's about like a self-realization. Try to understand who we are, what is our true nature as the spiritual units of consciousness. But today when we do yoga, we don't always move in that direction. So we stay somewhere else. And then we more like we don't see it as a descending process, so that it's coming down, but we are seeing more as an ascending process. That we are going up, so we invent our own process. And I'm not quite sure it works like that. So I see that these are two main big differences how things go. So the traditional yoga is coming from up to down, and today we try to make it coming from down to up. We create our own process and try to reach some level of realization through that. We don't really accept what is already those who have seen the reality. Well, we don't necessarily we don't follow them. And then there are other dimensions that we try to that we just invent this more this whole process that it doesn't go. And then this intention part that we have this intention that we don't have necessarily that intention. Really understand who we are as a spiritual beings. We may do yoga for some other purposes. But traditionally, it was more than it's a process for the self-realization.
So, what are the differences between Gokul yoga and other types of yoga in the practice of asana?
We try to use we don't see the asana don't have so much value in itself, except maybe maintaining physical health. But asana can be used. Asana can be used to move the consciousness on a more subtle level. If I understand what is the asana asana's relation to this energetical body. An example, qualities of the prana, how the asana is altered in different yoga postures, altered in different qualities of the prana example, and then activate different marmas, which are like energetical triggering points, which are gateways to the mental body, mind and intellect. So if I understand this process, then I can use the asana practice to direct the consciousness more on the subtle level, which then serves more on the meditation practices that kind of help us to connect to the source. It helps us to connect to these meditative dimensions. You can use the asana. That's how it's basically that's the whole idea. So that the asana practice doesn't bring you back to that physical level only, but the asana practice should help you to elevate to the more on the mental level, and then also understand the mind and understand these intellectual faculties. And then when we use the asana practice in that way, then we learn something about mind, which is our instrument to do the actual yoga, to do that, to connect the mind to the supreme. We can use that as a platform. So asana practice can move both directions. It can bring the consciousness back from the physical level and the senses on the Indriya Pratyaya level and Chinta level. Or asana practice can help you to move towards the Bhava Pratyaya level, which is Bhava Pratyaya level and the Vasana level, more on the mental level. So but then I have to little bit study. I have to see how asana is related, how the asana is related to this. Like how it's related to physical body, how it affects the physical body, but also how it affects the mind and intellect. So that's how we try to work.
And what are the differences between Goku yoga and other types of yoga as a spiritual practice?
It's a little bit difficult question in that sense because there's so many different approaches. And this is all system what we practice, and this is we follow the ideas what already Patanjali is laid down and Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. We approach the a personal side of the absolute God as a person. We approach that through the practice, and that's why it's also we try to understand who we are. That we are persons. We are like an individual living souls, and that way we try to use that this yoga what we are practicing is based on following that kind of division between the matter and spirit, and division between the impersonal and personal manifestations, absolute. And we are moving more on that personal, towards the personal manifestation, absolute. Try to practice the yoga so that we can understand who we are as spiritual beings. What is our source? In that case. But there is we know that there's so many different ways to see things, even inside the yoga. But if you study the Bhagavad Gita, if you study the Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, you can see that it's quite clear where they are pointing towards. So, yeah.
Is Goku Yoga suitable for everyone? Because many people see these advanced postures, asanas, and think that it's too much, or even that it's not safe or healthy.
Yeah. I understand that. It's not necessarily the best marketing technique. So, but it's I can say that it's suitable. Like if it's studied from the beginning and people take time to put time on the basis, I think that it's suitable for everyone. And if there's like a desire to put some time and effort into practice, yes. Because we start like everything else. We start with this we start with the simple way. When we do, it's not that it's not that someone has to do some fancy yoga asanas in order to practice. It's not really related to that. In that sense, it is. I can say that it's as a practice, it's suitable for everyone if the approach is correct.
How do you see the relation between asana practice and spiritual practice along the time? I mean, how it evolved from the old days until now?
I see it a little bit more orthodox way. I see that everything is already done. Like it is said that Lord's example, what comes to the asana practice, that Lord Shiva knows 8,400,000 yoga postures. So there's nothing new to invent. And what comes to the reality, we cannot really invent something which is outside of the reality. And if yoga is the path to understand the reality, it's already there. So we cannot really create anything new in that sense. We can discover, yes, we can get the realization of something what is not available for others now necessarily. If we practice in the right context, but we cannot really create anything. Everything is done already. It's just that, am I receptive to that or not? So in that sense, I don't see it as an evolution. I see it more as a devolution. Actually, that we have gone backwards, but we have been there already. Actually, it's opposite way. So, there was much more available before when people were more qualified to do the practice. I think that now it's different.
What do you think about the idea that the guru time is over, and how do you deal with that yourself, being in this role, this position? I don't like what is the guru? Guru is someone who can provide. Guru is not necessarily someone who is self-realized. Godliness. Guru is not some boss or someone who is micromanaging your life. Like a guru is, if you translate it, it's more like a teacher who can help, or mentor who can assist you to move in the right direction. But I cannot, but if I don't have guru who is connected to his guru, who is connected to his guru, who is connected to his guru, who is in a proper like a parampara, and the lineage which ultimately extends all the way to those who actually have realized. You understand? Then the yoga comes down through them, and that's more like a service. It's not something that you are some boss. It's not some title. It's more of like a service position, and everyone should become guru in that sense. That everyone should align themselves with the practice so that they actually have profound understanding of this, like a spiritual practice, and they can help others, which means that they have to find way that they can receive that realization from those who already have realized it, so that they can receive that spiritual connection comes down to them, and then they should help others. So I don't think that it's never over in that sense. You understand what I mean? You understand? Anyway, it's not. We want to take that position.
We want to take that position that we are teachers. And we may say that Guru's time is over, but then we put ourselves into that position that we are the teachers. It's the same thing, except I don't have proper connection. I'm not servant of my teachers. You understand what I mean? So people take it anyway, the position that they are teacher or some mentor or something, you know. You understand what I mean? The difference is between like a more traditional guru that they are servant of their teachers. But now we may have teachers, they are just doing it for themselves. Do you follow what I mean? It can be so that's the difference. But anyway, there's always some people who understand, who help the others, you know, to progress, and that's very natural relations. It's not something like artificial. It's not, of course, I understand now, because many people get exploited, you know, these kind of things. These kind of the people become a little bit averse to this kind of stuff. But people get anyway exploited, you understand, and there's a better chance to get exploited if you are not responsible to anyone, if you don't have proper connection to your teacher who is ethically and morally somehow sound. You understand what I mean? It's more easy to get diverted. So it's not really like, as long as yoga exists, you understand, we have to find a way. We have to find the people who understand it, and then we have to somehow like receive it. So I don't think as long as yoga is there, it's not really over. We may change the names, we may not call them gurus anymore, or some spiritual mentors or something, but the idea is there still. You cannot really get over it. And even if people say that we don't need any teachers, if I say that we don't need any teachers, there's no any gurus, and if you believe me, I'm the guru, the teacher, because I say it, and then you say yes, I accept it. Do you understand what that means? So it's anyway, there's always that dynamic it's natural dynamic. I don't think it's like a over. And if you study the classical yoga, you see that it's very much emphasized. Krishna emphasized Bhagavad Gita, itse explained everything, Prakriti and material world, reality and spirit, Purusa, the self, and you know, God and karma and everything. But then he also says that, you know, if you want to understand, then find a teacher, and then from the teacher, not only reading the book in the home or watching YouTube. So that's how it works. What can I do? Well, what I know, I learned from my teacher. And I cannot take credit from that. And I just try to serve them. That's my position. I'm not teacher in that time. That's why I try to serve. It's the service position. Okay? Okay, it's okay? Yeah. Anything else?